The Haggadah tells of 4 sons: the wise, the wicked, the simple, and the son that doesn't know how to ask. In the Haggadah, these are presented as 4 different children. However, in life, many of us, during different stages, have been each and every one of these 4 prototypes. In fact, we could see these 4 sons as 4 stages in our lives. In the earliest stage, we're like the son who doesn't know what to ask. That stage that we're not even aware of what are the burning issues, the burning questions about faith, about life that challenge people. In the second stage, we become the simple son. We're aware of the issues, we ask the questions, but we are simple, we're simplistic, so we're perfectly satisfied to receive simplistic answers to our questions. We live in a very harmonious world, albeit shallow and simple. But then comes the third stage, the stage of the wicked son. And the wicked son could be a stage that when the son realizes that all the answers that he believed in, that he believed truly answer the questions, are so much weaker than the questions. The questions were so much stronger. And by doing that, he loses faith. He loses faith that they are answers to these questions. He loses faith in the people who gave him these answers, feeling that these answers are so incomplete, that the people who told me them are incomplete themselves. And this leads to a cynicism that leaves him on the outside. Whereas the Haggadah presents him, the wicked son says, "What is this service to you? To you, but not to him." Since he's excluded himself from the community, has denied himself the essentials of our faith. The wicked son, he's an outsider because he's lost faith in the ability of the community, of the people around him, to help in the search for these questions. But then we get to the 4th son, the wise son. And the wise son, I see as a progression from the wicked son. The wicked son realizes that the questions are much better than the answers. But the wise son takes that one step further. He realizes that the world and life is indeed so complex. And the complexities of life make it that the questions will always be, the great questions of life will always be more powerful than the answers. And he has the complexity to realize that even if there are people who don't know everything, that doesn't mean that they know nothing. And from that position, he's willing to ask again, willing to search again, willing to relate in a different light to his elders, realizing again the fact that they don't know everything doesn't mean that they are not wiser than him. Or as Mark Twain put it, "When I was 15, I discovered that my father is a fool. At age 20, I was amazed how the old man learned in the last 5 years." In many ways, the first 3 sons have something in common. None of them are searching. The first son doesn't even know what the questions are. The second son thinks he already has the answers. The third son doesn't believe that they are answers. Only the 4th son is searching. And what makes the 4th son the wise son is not the answers he has, but the questions he raises. And I'd like to end with a story about the 4 sons. Story about Rav Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev, was known to be a great Ohev Yisrael, a lover of love, who had a great love for the Jewish people. And at his Seder, there was one of the guests had a very limited knowledge of Hebrew, but even someone who knows a little bit of Hebrew knows the words of the Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. And You all know that when you say Shema Yisrael, you end up with Hashem Echad. God is one, and you really draw out that the word Echad, the word one. So he's reading the Haggadah, and in the Haggadah, when it gets to the four sons, it says in Hebrew, Echad Chacham, Echad Rasha, Echad Tam, Echad Enu Yodei L'Shol. So he sees the word Echad, the word one. So it's a familiar word, so the way he reads it is Echad Chacham, Echad Rasha, Echad Tam, Echad Eina Yodei L'Shol. The other guests laughed a little bit at the ignorance of this guest. Rav Levi Yitzchak was overwhelmed. He turned to the guests and said, "You know what he's saying? This man is saying that the Echad, the one, God, is found not only in the Chacham, the wise son, not only in the simple son, not only in this, even in the son that doesn't know how to ask questions. The one, the Echad, is found even inside of the Rasha, even inside of the evil son." Chag Sameach.